Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video, and today we're looking at the Red Ranger in Red Fury mode, and I'm sure, not unless it's hidden, I'm sure he has another claw. He has two, not just one, but we'll have a look at that in a second. So effectively we have like Devin in his outfit. Obviously it says like this is the key, so it's gonna be interesting to see if it's gonna go Red Ranger Fury mode or something like that. So we can see there's nothing there. On the back, we can see that you've got all the other characters like I've mentioned before. And then on that one, you've got Devin in his mode there. At the top, nothing. At the bottom, nothing. So let's open up this bad boy and have a look inside. But before we begin the video, if you want to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. And without further ado, yeah, let's just carry on with it. And here he is. Now, I've got to admit, the paint job is so bad. Just on the visor alone, as you can see just here. But it feels like they could have added something to this to kind of make it stand out. Like, this is your major flagship, Hasbro. This is your major thing that you're doing right now. So I don't understand all of a sudden why you're releasing like really bad painted toys or toys that aren't finished in some sort of way. So it kind of really gets to me a tiny bit. But looking at this, like the armor isn't too bad. You can see that there is the kind of cheetah or the Red Fury mode like that. You've got these things here which don't really move that much, but at least if you can move the figure up and down a tad bit. We've got lots of paint around here. We've got no paint kind of there. And then you've got kind of a dodgy bit of a helmet. The top of the helmet obviously has the cheetah parts. And then obviously you've got this. This is all kind of a soft material. Again, not too bad, but then you can see like some parts there of the kind of detail, and then maybe some detail there and there. This time the belt isn't as like kind of major as like say the rest of them that I've seen, so it's not that bad. But you know, you kind of think that you'd keep everything consistent at least. You've got the kind of gauntlets, which literally look like just plastic, like they've not even bothered kind of making anything for it. We've got his morpher, obviously has paint on it. That's actually quite nice. I quite like the faded weathered type look that they're going. And then we can see that there's silver paint. Yeah, there's silver paint going up and down his arms. And then we've got the kind of the leather type material looking just there. So we've got little kind of, what do you call it? Like, I keep saying it in every review. Ruffles, that's it. In the kind of leather jeans, and that's roughly about it. Dropping down here, I do kind of like this armor, like the plated thing that we've seen in the series. It kind of really works well, I think, with this. So I generally kind of really like it. It kind of works really, really well. I love armor on Rangers. I think it just stands out. I don't know why there's like kind of loads of blemishes. I don't know if you can see it, just all around here. On this one, like looking from the side, like a little bit of paint missing. Not too fussed on that. I'm not going to really complain, but you know, it seems to be kind of all over. We can see at the top, which we'll actually see it now, which obviously are his kind of boots, which work nicely, and but it feels like kind of like concrete blocks. Maybe that's the kind of look that they're going for. I don't know if that was the right color. I imagine all of it was red, not just like gray and then sort of everything else is red. So I don't know. If you know, let me know down below in the comments. But I do really like this kind of extra etching that they've put in there. As we come to the back, we can see that there is detail on this and it's just not smooth. I kind of thought it would be. And then we can see the normal joints there. More kind of detail along the back. It looks like these could come off. So if you push them in certain ways, they just release and then they'd fall off, which I think would be kind of cool. But we can see there's some more kind of also detail around here. And then at the back of the gauntlets, if we can just see here, that there isn't much to it. It looks kind of dull and you kind of think, why? Why did they leave that? And in the next part, we'll see a bit more on the upper part. This kind of reminds me of Iron Man, but there is no kind of detail around. A little bit would be nice. And as I mentioned before, we can see here, I don't know if you can just see it there and there. It just feels like it was just ripped from the mold really quickly and there was no kind of thought into this one. which is kind of like a bit bad. There is no detail on the shoulders around the back though, and that's that one really. Nothing on the main back of the helmet. It does remind me of Iron Man, but yeah, there's not really much detail, even when you look at it like that. Absolutely nothing there. Articulation test. First of all, like all these figures normally are like when you got the legs like that, they stick, but that kind of just drops down a bit. That to me is a bit eh. But let's pose it that way. That's fine. Like, it does feel like they will break, which I don't like. So up and down, like you can't push, and also I don't know why they don't push them all the way back, but it just feels really loose in these figures. Like there is no time, like nothing on them at times. So arms kind of move up, but you can't really do much. So it goes up like that, like that. Arms twist around, and arms twist around. That's really loose. That's not really good, is it? Yeah, so that's it. And then the head obviously turns around, and you can't really move it up and down. Now, looking at these blades, like the accessories that we get, it looks okay. Reminds me of Thundercats, like just the face there. We get some sort of detail on there, not much, but I'm glad that it's there. I can't really say anything really bad about this. It's hard to get it in focus because, you know, it's that. So we can see that there is kind of like markings there for him to hold. Now, one thing that I'm kind of really gutted about is the fact that you only get one cheetah claw. I thought you'd get two. So it would make perfect sense. So if you want a proper accurate one, you're gonna have to buy two figures, unfortunately. But yeah, or maybe 3D print or mold this so you can see it. But we can see that there's some sort of kind of markings on it, so it's not just plain. It does attach by normally just adding to it. And obviously you've got the kind of claws, which are painted silver. So the accessories aren't too bad that come with them, but I really wish you got two claws. I don't think it would cost too much just to add another one. I would have preferred to have the sword with another ranger at least, or with like the next wave. Obviously that we've already seen it, but maybe the first Red Ranger could have had the sword. But yeah, I can't remember if this has been in a series though. If you know, let me know down below in the comments. We've got the key here, which looks really nice. I'll go over it very quickly at the end so you can see. So I'm wondering if it's going to say the exact same thing that I said beginning wise. So let's have a look.
Unreal. Yeah, we clocked it. Unreal. Rangers, it's go time. Let's go. Unleash the beasts. Unreal. Yeah, we clocked it.
So that to me is really disappointing with these sorts of things, because you think that it would have had like unlock Fury Beast mode, unlock the power. All right, what's going on? What is this new power? Something very similar, you know, you kind of think you'd have, but the key looks okay. It's something that is obviously a lion or something like that. Again, it probably wasn't really used because obviously they had the Fury cells. So I don't know in the series if they had a key, but for the look of it, it's not bad. But yeah, it's got some glitter in the actual key itself. But yeah, so I'm a bit disappointed with that one. There we go, Ranger Nation. There is the Red Ranger, Red Fury mode. And I've got to admit, this figure is kind of a bit of a letdown. It feels not rushed, but I would have loved it to be painted a bit more, a little bit more detail, and at least the joints to be just like the others. This just seems very kind of to it. So I'm kind of a bit gutted on it, but to add it to your collection, I would go for it because obviously he has it all, so you can have the multiple different Red Rangers that we've had. I think this is the third one so far, not including Blaze. He is technically red, but not as in Devon. So apart from the obviously different things that's going on with him, he's not bad, just more detail would have been a little bit nice. So Ranger Nation, what are your thoughts on this? Do you like this sort of figure? Are you collecting all of them? Let me know down below in the comments, and if you've liked this video, then hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. And of course, Ranger Nation, thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.